I never really thought of myself as a spring person. I love summer. I love the heat and like sitting on a beach and all that good stuff. But recently I've been realizing I might actually be a spring person. I just love the shift. Not just like physically, like the temperature and the sprouts and everything and the flowers. I like the mental shift. I think it's so exciting. Not just in myself, of course, I can feel like my own motivation in life, but I can also feel the shift in the people around me and in my neighborhood. Everybody feels like more hopeful and more energetic, and I can hear the sounds of people taking walks and the kids on their bikes out in my neighborhood, and there's birds singing and flying around. And I know I'm certainly not the first person to say this, but it's like you can feel everyone waking up. Anyway, in my area, there's a lot more dark in winter than there is sun and warmth, so feeling these little surprises in the middle of literal blizzards is so exciting, and I soak the chance in. It really gave me the push to finally finish this years-old painting. As a bit of a workaholic art teacher, I love my job, and I spend a lot of my free time trying to better my practice and improve my teaching and lessons. So I often don't feel like I have time to create my own art, and sometimes that can make me feel hypocritical teaching creativity and art making to kids. So that's been on my mind a little bit for this topic today. Do you ever feel guilty for taking time to enjoy beauty like this? Or getting lost in a quote-unquote unproductive hobby? There's always something with a deadline, right? Or something more important, and I tell myself I need to do that first. Then I'm allowed to make art. But by the time I finish putting all my laundry away and sweeping the floors, taking out the trash, cleaning the bathroom, doing the dishes, mopping and vacuuming, filling out my budget spreadsheets and financial plans for the next 3 years, inputting grades and prepping lesson plans and slideshows for my classes for the next few weeks, I'm exhausted and I just want to watch TV. So I changed a little something this year. It's not much, but I joined a book club. I was a big reader growing up, and I really lost it when I graduated high school. This was around the time when I got my own laptop and my first smartphone, and I really think the technology kind of stole away from me reading in favor of productivity and mindless consumption. Joining this book club has helped me devote a specific time to reading for joy where I can't do anything else. I do about 30 to 40 minutes of sketching before and after the reading time, and then I get to read a book for 1 uninterrupted hour. It's magical. And I don't read anything that could be considered productive. I don't read any kind of nonfiction. I'm not reading the classics or philosophical literature or books about teaching or art. I have different book studies for those. But during my book club time, I am reading my comfort YA sci-fi fantasy books because they are what made me love reading in the first place. And this 1 hour a week is only for me. I need the reset, and you might too. Highly, highly recommend. This painting is going to be the last painting for a long time for me that begins with the purpose of someone else. I love painting portraits, and I love painting portraits and gifts for family and friends. It's a great way for me to feel, connected to the piece, but I think that sometimes I use that as a kind of mental or creative crutch. I think a painting Well, I don't think, but sometimes I feel like the painting doesn't matter if I'm not giving it to someone either as a gift or to sell. And I don't think that's what art should be about. So, moving forward, no more planning gifts or commissions for me, not for a while at least. I have an idea of what I want to do, but don't hold me to it. Remember, I'm doing this for me and I'm allowed to change my mind. I want to work on small paintings, really little teeny tiny ones, and I want to work on more observational studies, painting plein air and doing just little still lifes and things, I don't know. And I'd like to try my hand more at emotional, abstract, unplanned art. I had to do a little bit of it in college, but I didn't really like doing it. I don't know, I'm not very good at it, so I'd like to try it out again on my own. I might make some videos of them, and I might not. And that's the point. I'll do it for me and nobody else, not even you. I'll do it when I'm excited to do it, and I'm excited to try new things and start a little fresh. Okay, I think it's done. As a person who is creating videos and publishing them on YouTube, obviously I want my videos to be successful in my channel, and also I kind of refuse. A large audience would be validating and it would be a sign of success and an extra stream of income, which would be terribly helpful, but I've seen hobbies turn into careers. I've lived hobbies turning into careers, and I've seen what the fame and the algorithms do to normal people, and I don't want to change. I don't want to kill the magic of the things I love to do. I don't want to have to rely on the success of my creativity and my leisure. I love making videos, I always have. In high school, we used to be allowed to make a movie as extra credit in history class, and I was always writing the script and being the cameraman and editing. I was not really about the acting part. In the last few years of making YouTube videos for my art, I've learned so much about camera settings and framing and editing and visual storytelling and so much more. And I just love every part of it. So when people suggest I let someone else edit my video, I feel like they missed the point. I like editing my videos. I like fitting the pieces together the way I envisioned them when I was filming. I like choosing the music and the fonts and fitting them together. I like realizing what footage I wish I had gotten so I can learn for the next time. I've said this before, but these videos are like a journal entry for me. Nothing deep. Obviously, they're just thoughts that I have while I'm working or about art and life. And the video is a documentation of the creativity process while also becoming a creative work itself. I don't want to feel beholden to the algorithm before my creativity. This is not my job, and I don't ever want it to be. It's my hobby, and you need an unproductive hobby. It's how your brain resets. All that being said, I just wanted to thank you so much for spending this much time listening to me. I hope you are encouraged to take the time to engage in your favorite way to rest and reset your brain and not be productive for a minute. And hey, give your eyes a break from the screen, even if you don't have time to subscribe first. Bye-bye.